Hello, and welcome to another clip by the Grim Tanker. What do I have for you today? Um, Today I'm playing the Achilles, a tier 6 British tank destroyer. And the reason I got this clip for you is it's pretty much two reasons. First one being I was surprised, and the second one being that when I was looking at the replay folder and sort of scanning what replays I had for you, it was a lot of high tier uh, battles, and I don't want to showcase those alone. So I decided to also put in a few lower tier battles. Now, why is this a surprise? This battle was a surprise in that I was trying out my streaming capabilities of the new computer, which wasn't very good quality. Well, not at all actually. So I decided that screw that. I'm not going to stream live anyway. I don't have the time for that. It's not focus. Um, but it was funny in that I was playing this tank, and in the meantime going over the settings and see what it looked like on Twitch. And so I was not really focused on this battle. And it's also good luck that I had this map and this tank, because as you can see me do here, I was sitting in a bush and I was camping, because that's what you do in this map and in this tank. Matchmaking isn't really well. I mean, it could be worse. I'm in a tier 6 TD, and it's a clear tier 7 match, so there's some strong tier 7 heavies and tier 6 heavies, tier 5 heavies. There's a lot of heavies. And this is where this type of tank comes into play. Achilles, the British TD line, the new one. You have the AT line, which is all about about armor and being slow and everything. And then a couple of patches back, Wargaming introduced this line, which is more about speed and doesn't have armor at all, like this Achilles, no armor at all. But it is about speed and camo values and the guns. It's about the guns. And this thing rocks the famous 17 pounder by the British. It's a fast firing gun. It has good penetration, and it does 150 average alpha damage. But it is accurate. Ooh, look, I bounced a shell from the OI experimental. Luckily he was firing armor piercing, so my tracks ate it, but that could have been bad. I don't have a very strong crew in this, because as you noticed I didn't have any 6 sense going off. I just kinda play this as a bonus tank, a bonus line. I'm not really focused on it. That's why I'm playing it at tier 6 every once in a while. See if I can grind it up to other tiers, but just take my time doing so. However, I do kinda enjoy this. I mean, like I was saying, this is a nice snipe. Taking out KV1. I kinda like these tanks, and I hear a lot of people say that it is, well, yeah. I think it's, again, either you like it or you don't. The fact that you don't have any armor makes them vulnerable. But yeah, the gun. It's all about the 17 pounder. These 17 pounders, especially at on a tier 6 vehicle, they do really well. And this sort of matchmaking that I have right now, tier 7 tanks to shoot at, as you saw me fire at the Tiger 1 earlier, it can pen still. It's a really good gun. It fires a lot of shells really fast. So if you can remain hidden and being, now this as cowardly as I am right now. Look, oh, I experimental and I hit him. Hit him twice. Oh, and I set him on fire. I missed the last shot, but it doesn't matter because he's burning up nicely. Track the KV2 and he gets killed. So that's like really long range shots with a fire, with tracking. Now the battle is going pretty well. It's 10 to 8, so we know where they are pretty much. It's a matter of time till we take them all out, I think. And I just move forward, shoot at everything that moves. And it's funny because I haven't, like I was saying, I wasn't really focused while I was playing this. Sort of keeping half an eye on what Twitch was doing, whether that was laggy or not. And in the meantime, just shooting at whatever popped up. Which you can do in this map and in this tank anyway, because playing a TD on this map isn't the hardest thing. I mean, you're not pushing forward to scout, you just stay in bushes and shoot at everything that someone else has spotted. And in doing so, you either win or not win. So all that remains is 2 of their tier 7 heavies. One is this dumbass IS out in the open. I get to do a little bit more damage here. Track him again. And he's dead. And this T-29 decides that coming over this railway this way is a smart idea, so I get to do a little bit more damage. As a tier 6 on a tier 7 heavy. And we win! So, let's have a quick look at the post-game stats. I said I was kind of surprised with the results. It was a first class tanker badge, which I did not expect. I got a bruiser. I tracked some tanks. And also I set OI experimental on fire, and that always does a lot of module damage, which also yielded the arsonist, because he burned up that nicely. Long live the Japanese heavy tanks. But this one was like a nice little treat, considering, as I said many times before, I was not completely focused on the game, but I just fired at anything that moved and then looked at the Twitch channel again. I got a Confederate, so yeah, apparently I did really well. It just goes to show that either I'm a really talented player, or playing at tier 6 and being a little bit lucky in a camp map with a camp tank gets you Confederate medals. So that's nice. I did hit during the course of the battle a lot of tanks, which helps, and I had 2 kills, like the burning OI and kill secure on the KV1. So that was good. And I came first on XP within my team, 904. It's not really a lot, but you know, kind of okay. Did the 3rd most damage of my team. Again, if you play against not too skilled players that get spotted on this map and you stay hidden yourself as a TD, you should be able to do well. But still, I enjoyed a lot the fact that I was a tier 6 in a tier 7 battle, and a lot of that damage was actually done to tier 7 heavies, or any heavy at all. This gun is just that good. It can pen heavies pretty easily. I mean, it's gonna, if you should get into a tier 8 battle, you have to try to pen IS-3s. It's gonna be a little bit harder, but that's only gonna be so many games, and in the end there's a lot of tier 6s that are gonna struggle to get through an IS-3 armor. This is just +2 matchmaking for you. Anyway, in +1, like in this battle, or especially if you're top tier, this tank can completely rock the battlefield. If you're hidden, and you can just continue to fire and use that DPM, that's just gonna rack up the damage so fast. Fired 70 shells, 12 of those hit, which is kind of okay. Only 9 pen. That's, I mean, I was hit a couple of tracks there as well. 1429 damage, and all of it was from a distance more than 300 meters. 34k credits, and with the double overall nice amount of XP. So yeah, that's the Achilles for you. Mm. Why would you want to play this line? It depends. I mean, the British TDs have the two lines there are completely different from each other. You have the, like I said, the AT line, which is all about armor, but it's really slow, and you have the TD line like this one, which has no armor at all, and but has good guns and camo rating and speed and stuff like that. So you have to, if you're um, thinking about which line to follow, you should just look at what fits your playstyle most. And I like my games to be a little bit more active. Like when I started out playing, and I think a lot of new players actually do that, you tend to pick the tanks that have very strong armor because they're way more forgiving if you make a mistake. And if I take this one, the Achilles, and I make a mistake, push forward too much, get spotted, everything that they'll shoot at me is just gonna pen. Apart from OI experimental AP shells that are gonna be eaten by my tracks, but that was luck. Usually, you just if they see you, if they shoot at you, you get hit, you get bent, you'll take damage, you'll die. So you have to be really cautious in these tanks. Use that speed and maneuverability, and get into a position where you can use that DPM, use the 17 pounder, because that gun, it's there's a lot of tanks that actually do have that 17 pounder. It's a very common gun, but it is a good gun. And like I said, on a tier 6, um, if with the speed with which it fires, and if you get into a position where you can continuously fire, you can rack up the damage so fast, and that's enjoyable. So yeah, this is why I chose for this line of TDs. And I'm not gonna say it's the most fun or the best line I've ever played in World of Tanks, but so far I kinda enjoy it. And especially if you're not paying any attention and you get Confederate medals this easy. Enjoyable, so to speak, and also a slightly lower tier tank for this channel, so that not only the the top Unicum players can learn something from this channel, but also the players that are working their way through the lower tiers. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this replay. Again, if it's a little bit laggy, I'm still working on getting that fine-tuned. Um, anyway, if you have anything to ask or to say about this, please leave a message in the area below. And I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you again soon.